First of all, thank you guys for registering for Teach to Learn. We're really excited to have you. I know recent times have been pretty hectic, so I wish you and your family well. Because, stay inside, stay home. Yeah, so today we'll be talking about Teach to Learn. We'll talk about how it got started, what our mission is, what we've done so far, how these workshops will work, and then some rules and expectations, and then some final messages and tips. Okay. So just to get straight into it, Teach to Learn is a student-run nonprofit organization whose goal is basically to inspire younger students with a variety of different potential career applicable passions. A couple years ago, me and Ashton, we came together with a couple of our friends who are now seniors with the common mission to essentially improve on the education system for younger students, because we realized that when we were younger, like 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th grade, so much emphasis was focused on getting A's in all your classes, choosing what classes to take, and not much effort was really emphasized. Not much was emphasized on focusing on, okay, what kind of clubs do I want to take in high school? What do I want to major in college, or what kind of career path do I want to take? And we realized that this was not just the case for only us, but for the rest of our student body. And for many of these students, it isn't until like the middle of their high school years where they actually begin to realize what they're truly interested in. And for some, it's even in college. And this was really the case for me, because it wasn't really until the end of my sophomore year where I realized that I was really interested in computer science and entrepreneurship. I realized that I could have spent my entire sophomore year, my entire freshman year, just pursuing those extracurriculars, those passions, if only I had known about them earlier on. And so that was the purpose of Teach to Learn. We wanted to create a platform where students could essentially be introduced to these different career applicable passions. They can find what they're really interested in early on, in order to essentially, by the time they reach high school, they can just take that running and not have to waste much time with dealing with just trying to use their entire freshman, sophomore year just exploring. So like as soon as they reach their freshman year, they can entrepreneurship clubs, they can choose computer science clubs, DI, science fair, scientific research, so that they can immediately have a more satisfying and successful high school life. Yeah, so that's what we've kind of done over the past couple of years. Over the past year, we've done a lot of stuff at other schools, and I'll leave that to Ashton to talk about.
Mm-hmm. So first of all, to kind of expand on what Alex was saying. So essentially, we kind of founded Teach to Learn because, like Alex was saying, we realized we were just being sucked into this thing of just only focusing on grades, and we kind of lost sight of what was actually important in all of our lives, everyone here, which is finding a passion. And, if you look at the most successful people, there's one thing that they all share in common, is that they have a passion. That's what leads to their success. That's what leads to their happiness. I mean, so we realize the system that we're in nowadays does not focus enough, on some of that stuff, even in the most fundamental senses, helping kids really explore what's out there in terms of different career fields, helping them find their passions. Because, with each and every single one of us here, that's going to be making the most difference in all of our lives in terms of success and happiness. So, we're here and we've developed a platform where we can connect passionate high school students and those who have found their passions, and we can connect them with younger students to help inspire those younger students, just like you guys. So, even as early on as, late junior high or high school, you can start, doing stuff, whether it be different projects or starting new organizations or whatever it may be. You can start driving towards your passion. And we're just helping you here to do that. So like Alex was saying, what have we done in the past year? So over the last school year, from 2019 to 20, we kind of started executing and delivering these workshops to help students find their passions. And what we did is we connected with different junior high schools in the Conroe Independent School District, such as York, Knox, and McCullough, as you can kind of see here in these pictures. And we developed specific workshops, and we kind of took knowledge from our experiences and our passions, And we built these different workshop series and things like scientific research, computer science, destination imagination was one of them, speech is another one. And we've built these workshop series, and we went there on a periodic basis, and we kind of delivered this wisdom and inspiration to the students. And we developed a very strong network of students, parents, teachers. And I think we, not only did we definitely inspire a large group of kids, but we, we affected around, I would say like 200 or so students in around these 3 schools. So that's what we've done so far. And yeah, we've gained the official nonprofit organization status, and we've reached out to different organizations across our country, one in Virginia, some throughout Texas, and we've kind of expanded our network. So yeah, now we're just here delivering these summer programs to you guys. Alex, you're muted.
Okay. Can you guys hear me now? Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Like Ashton was saying, because of the whole Corona situation, we're not able to hold our interactive personal workshops, in-person workshops at schools anymore. So we built an expanded series of online workshops to bring to you guys. And it's really great because these aren't limited to certain schools. So basically anyone from anywhere can join them, which is really cool. Yeah, so I guess to give us a little bit of an introduction, my name is Alex Stang. I'm currently a rising senior at the Woodlands College Park High School and Academy of Science and Technology. Like I mentioned before, I'm really interested in computer science, entrepreneurship. I've done a lot with projects and endeavors in those areas. Yeah, and I really enjoy teaching kids, and it's one of my passions.
Yeah, so like Alex, I'm also a rising senior at College Park High School in the Academy of Science and Technology. And I'm especially interested in biochemistry, entrepreneurship, and data science, sort of like a cross between those 3. And yeah, I've had a lot of fun with my experience with TeachLearn, and I'm looking forward to inspiring a lot of you guys through the summer program.
Yeah, so obviously you guys signed up for your own respective programs. So we want to give a little bit of an introduction to who is behind those different workshops and what those workshops are about. So I guess we can go from left to right, and each of these people can kind of talk about themselves a little bit, and also what their workshop is, what's involved in it, and that kind of stuff. You'll get a more detailed overview once you go to your first workshop. But for now, we'll just give you guys a little bit of a heads up. Zoe?
Hey everyone, my name is Zoe Wong, and I'm also a rising senior at College Park High School. I've been a part of numerous business programs such as DICE, where I went through the process of creating 2 startup companies, as well as competing at DECA, which is one of the largest business organizations that helps prepares emerging leaders and entrepreneurs in marketing, finance, hospitality, and management in high schools and colleges around the globe. So I was able to advance the international level competition along with a couple of my friends here as well. And this year I'll be serving as your District 4 DECA Vice President. I'm thoroughly excited to be one of your entrepreneurship representatives. To give you a brief overview, this workshop series will guide you through some of the major steps in creating your own mini mock startup, as well as teach you some of the key entrepreneurship skills and traits such as market research and pitching needed to succeed. So there will be a bunch of engaging discussions plus activities where you will get to work in groups to make your ideas come into fruition. We'll have a total of 5 workshops that are held every Tuesdays with 1 workshop on a Friday at either 12:30 or 2 p.m. And I hope to see you guys there. And now I'm going to hand it over to Emily.
Hey guys, my name is Emily Zhang, and I'm the representative for the public speaking program. I am a rising junior at the Woodlands College Park High School, and I'm a former competitor in both Lincoln Douglas debate and impromptu speaking, which is kind of where my public speaking background comes from. And while I don't compete in those anymore, those foundational skills have continued serving me in more ways than I can count in competitions like Science Fair and DECA. So really my passion in public speaking comes from all of the different ways I can help people. And that's kind of my personal focus with that. For those of you who want more information, The public speaking workshops will generally focus on impromptu speaking, since that way you guys won't have to prepare any speeches beforehand. And we'll be focusing on a lot of foundational skills like speaking confidently, organizing speeches quickly, stuff like that. And you guys will be doing that a lot of that kind of hands-on practice and actually doing it instead of just listening to us talk. And I'll pass it on to Jack.
Good day, everyone. I am Jack Pinger, the computer science representative for Teach to Learn. Glad to see all of you here today, and I'm very excited to begin our workshop series. So we've designed this course with both beginners and advanced kiddos in mind. So there's something there for everyone. Our flagship series, it starts with the fundamentals of programming and the programmatic logic needed to understand code and read code fluently. And then we transition over to learning the basics of Scratch, which is an interactive programming language, and introductory Python. For those that are already acquainted with programming, we want to make sure that they're entertained. So we're going to have a small groups where we're going to teach them advanced computer science topics. If you'd like to reach out to me or if you have any questions, you can forward it through Alex at the end of this meeting. But hope to see you at the workshops, and I wish you all the best.
Hi, my name is Olivia Yee, and I teach for the MathUIL workshop. A little bit about myself is that I've been doing MathUIL since elementary school, and I've really grown to love the competition because it's a really good way to exercise your math skills and learn concepts that you don't find in school. I noticed that there weren't a lot of people who teach the tricks and concepts required to do really well in MathUIL, so I wanted to work on a workshop that would help teach people to focus on competitive math and learn the math that you don't in school. There are two exciting competitions we'll focus on, which one of them is Number Sense, and we'll teach you different mental math tricks to help improve your speed and unique concepts to help you ace the A+ math competition. We'll do a lot of interactive activities, so it's not straight math all the time. And if you don't know what any of these competitions are, or if you've never tried them, that's also fine. We will explain all the rules and the guidelines. And if you aren't interested in competing, that's okay too, because we'll work on a lot of concepts that will just end up boosting your math ability. So hopefully we'll see you there. And I'm gonna let Nathan take over.
Okay, thanks, Olivia. So as you heard, my name is Nathan, and I will be the science fair representative for the Teach to Learn courses. In terms of coming up with ideas and actually following through experiments, it's a little bit early for that. After all, it is only summer. And if you're taking pre-AP science, depending on how the coronavirus affects stuff, you might be learning that in your classes anyway. So what we're going to do is we're mainly going to focus on the ideation process. And that includes things like coming up with the categories you might enjoy, coming up with, we have a great strategy for coming up with science fair ideas, as well as the fundamentals of what creates a strong science fair idea. Our curriculum was in part developed by two of our college friends, right, who have been to the International Science Fair on 2 separate occasions. And I myself have been to State Science Fair 3 times. So hopefully my friends and I, as well as mentors, can help provide some guidance in you guys in creating good, strong science fair ideas that you guys can get really invested in and really enjoy, because that is what science fair is about. So I guess I'll hand it off to Alex, I guess.
Yeah, so one thing I would like to say about science fair is that while the summer course is largely focused on the ideation process, one thing to keep in mind is that this workshop will not just be part of summer, because we'll be continuing this throughout the school year, all year long. And while I know Corona might stop science fair in terms of it happening, but starting your own research project is one of the most valuable things you can do, no matter what your age is. And if you stick with us now, you'll be up, like, by the end of this course, the entire course, not just the summer course, you'll have the whole project done, and that's one of the most valuable things you can do.
Yeah, and it's not just like one of those Science Buddies projects that you guys might have been familiar with doing in junior high school. Will help you think and develop a really unique and relatively complicated idea in terms of what you might have thought you had been able to do, and it'll take you very far in your own knowledge and in competition. So yeah, and actually another thing I want to add for all these workshops is that you don't necessarily have to be skilled, highly skilled in something or another for any of these workshops. All these workshops are based on introducing a lot of these topics to you because they're not necessarily emphasized in the regular school curriculum, and they're there to sort of inspire you. And they're not really like a classroom-based thing because, you know, we're students too. We go to school. We know how boring some classes may be. Because we students designed it, we made it so it would be fun and interesting. And hopefully you guys will kind of stick through it because we prepared a lot of cool stuff in here for you guys.
So a little bit how workshops will work. As you guys know, through my emails, sorry for sending so many emails, by the way. We've had so many applicants, we have decided to split each workshop into 2 groups so that each group will have a different time throughout the day, so that we can provide a more personal and interactive experience. So please take a second, or at the end of this meeting, go to the HTTPS Sign Up Genius link and register for your different groups, because without that registration, you likely won't get any more contact from me, because that's what I'm going to start using for future emails.
Yeah. Another thing, Alex, could you send that link in the chat?
Oh yeah, I'll do that real quick. Yes, and yeah, and guys, please don't spam the chat because, oh, sorry, I actually sent only to Ash. Please don't spam the chat because then people won't be able to see what I just sent. So just leave that there for now. Yeah. So if you go to the Sign Up Genius, it basically lets you register for as many groups as you want. If you happen to need to register both Group 1 and Group 2, that's okay. I know some people have variable schedules, so no worries. We have plenty of spots, it looks like. Yeah. Let's see. Okay. One other thing is that this might be a little weird to some of you guys, but all workshops will be held on the Teach to Learn Discord. And this is the link for that. I'll send that as well. And I forgot, I'm not sharing my screen.
Yeah. Send. Yeah. You guys can use that one.
Slides.
But this one, hold up, my bad. This one is probably a little bit of a better one because this one will never expire. Oops.
And just a heads up, for Discord, it's probably the best idea for you guys to download the computer app on your computer, because that lets you guys receive notifications. It lets you guys just do full functionality of Discord. And while the browser version is completely fine, if you elect to do that, it's fine. I don't know. It's just a little bit better to use that app. Right. Okay.
It's not letting me.
I know Discord is a little confusing for a lot of people. So Ashton's going to go into is going to share his screen real quick a little bit later to talk in detail about how to navigate the Discord.
Yeah.
The goal by the end of this meeting is for everyone to have signed up on the Sign Up Genius, and for everyone to have entered the Discord and know kind of how to use it for the first meeting, because that's the most important thing.
By the way, if you're joining right now and you already know how to use Discord, please change your nickname to your first and last name.
All right. Let's go to the next slide.
Okay, next slide. All right. So, yeah, okay. I'll let Ashton talk about this.
Yeah. Okay, so, yeah, so Discord might be a little bit foreign to a lot of you guys. So I'm going to be explaining exactly what it is and how to use it, specifically for our Teach to Learn workshops. So just to give a brief background on like what Discord is and why we're using it. Discord is an online, or it's a platform that allows people to, just like Zoom, connect to different voice channels and have different text channels. So you can talk amongst each other in different meetings, and there's a variety of integrations within Discord, different polling features, different bots. So there's a lot of different cool things that allow us to make it more interactive and fun in terms of doing these workshops. So, with that being said, I'm going to show you guys, I'm going to share my screen and show you guys exactly using the link that Alex sent, how to log on and sign into Discord. So let me share my screen real quick. I think.
Please follow along.
Yeah. So if you guys can follow along, that'd be great. So, okay.
We will be posting a YouTube video explaining in detail how it all works as well. So if you need some help later on, that link will be out.
Right. So, okay. So I'm going to use Alex's link that he just sent because I'm assuming a lot of you guys are probably coming from there. So 1 second. Let me pull it up. Spare me a second. All right. I believe. Why isn't it letting me go to the meeting? Oh, I have to stop share to go back to the meeting. Okay, let me copy this. Okay. And then, okay, now I'm going to screen share again. Okay. All right. So you guys open a new tab and you put, hold up. Okay, it's not even working. Okay, so so when you click that tab or click that link, oh, sorry guys. It didn't copy for some reason. All right, there we go. This is a little bit embarrassing, but we're making it work. Okay, finally. So when you click that link, it should lead you to this screen. If it doesn't lead you to this screen, we'll fix all issues relating to Discord after we're done presenting. So once you click the link, it should lead you to this screen where it says, or it should lead you to this screen, actually. This is weird. Okay, perfect. So so it'll lead you to the register thing, right? So here, just like normal, you would create an account. So you'd put your email in, you create a username, password, and if you're not over the age of 13, you'd have to get your parental consent. And once you make sure your parents are okay with allowing you to use Discord, if you're not over the age of 13, make sure when you enter your year that it's over your birthday would be over 13, right? So because Discord won't allow you to use Discord unless you're over 13. So for example, if you're not over 13, once you get your parental consent, you can just put the year 2000 and whatever month and day you want, and it'll allow you to continue. But everybody should be putting an email, username, and password like normal. So once you do that, you can continue. Yeah.
Also, if you're under 13, don't worry. Like, I've never really seen a reason why they make that age limit. There's nothing inappropriate inherently about Discord, so no need to worry about that.
Yeah, I think so. For our server, everything's going to be appropriate for all ages. We've taken certain measures to prevent any like profanity or anything bad to be happening within the server. We have different bots there that would automatically cancel out anything that's inappropriate before anybody's can see it. We will be constantly monitoring what people send and put, and if someone sends something inappropriate that doesn't get kicked out by the bot, we will deal with that situation by removing them. But in general, most of everybody is great. Everybody is going to be appropriate, so there should be really no reason. But just make sure you have your parental consent if you're under 13. If you're not, just enter all your information like normal. So once you do that, let me just log into my account. You guys won't see this unless you're already using Discord. Hold up. So once that happens, you'll probably be led to something that looks like this, right? And this is the Teach to Learn server. So this is what the Discord server will look like. If you aren't led to something that looks like this, it will probably prompt you to either join a server or create a server. And what you want to click is join a server and use that same link that we sent in chat as the code to join the server. And that more details on that are in the YouTube video. But once you do that, it'll lead you to this page, right? And this is what is called our Discord server. So let me just explain a little bit what's going on here. So on the very left, you have a sort of a bar here, right? And this will show you all your different servers. So the only one you guys will be really seeing or worrying about is the Teach to Learn server. So this should show up by this little icon that's right here. And that means you're in the Teach to Learn server if you click that, right? So next, you'll see this little bar here. And what this is essentially helps you navigate through everything, all the different workshops. So if I collapse these different categories, you'll start to notice that these are our different workshops. So science fair, entrepreneurship, computer science, speech and debate, Math UIL. So these are kind of like little voice rooms, right? If you expand each of these are like little communities actually. So within these little categories, you can see you'll have everything you'll need for whatever workshop you're doing. So as you can see, this is the science fair announcements text channel. In here, you'll get all of the announcements from our science fair mentors relating to whatever you'll need. Here's science fair polls. You can react to different polls and put thumbs up, thumbs down according to whatever polls they send. They'll explain more about this in future things. So here we have science fair discussion. And this is where you guys can ask questions by typing down here in our bottom chat. So see someone has already gotten in. So, this is where a lot of your typing will be. And we're trying to make this as fun as possible and interactive as possible. So you guys can kind of just chat there or make sure it's relating to each workshop, of course. And then you have your voice channels, right? So for each workshop, you have different voice channels, as Jay here has kind of demonstrated. So how you get into different voice channels is you just click on them, right? And what happens is you're now inside the voice channel. So different people can go inside different voice channels. So now me and Jay are technically like in a meeting together. We would be able to hear each other if we weren't muted, right? So that's how that works, right? And when you're going to be joining a workshop, you'll see that a lot of icons under a certain voice channel, and you can just click that and you'll be taken into a room with everybody else. So
And,
that's how that works. Yeah.
One thing I want to say is that under each category, like science for entrepreneurship, computer science, there's going to be a general voice channel, like science for general voice, and that's where all the meetings will start. So let's say tomorrow, let's say Monday, you're scheduled for the 10 to 11 speech and debate or public speaking course, right? You would go to the public speaking group, right? And then click the public speaking general voice. And at 10 o'clock, that's what you would do. And then that's where people would be. You'll like to see the mentors already in that channel. So if you see them there, just join it and then you're all good to go.
Mm-hmm. So that's how you join a channel, right? But how are you supposed to disconnect, right? Because, eventually the meeting will be over. If you kind of navigate down here, you'll see a little calling symbol with the X on it. You can just disconnect like that. And there you go. You're out of the thing. When you're inside a different voice channel, you can do different things, such as mute yourself, which is indicated by this icon down here. You can deafen yourself, meaning you can't hear anybody else and they can't hear you. But when we ask you guys to join, we ask that you guys just mute yourselves or else we don't want 40 people talking at the same time, or however large the number may be, and that might get a little chaotic. So just mute yourselves in the beginning, and if we need you guys to talk, because there will be moments where we're having little discussions and interacting with each other, then you guys can unmute yourselves. And so we're trying to make it as fun as possible. Yeah.
What's going to happen, you see group 1, group 2, group 3, group 4, group 5. We're going to split everyone into those separate groups so that you guys have the opportunity to unmute yourselves and kind of have interactive discussions. So that instead of 40 people all talking at once, it might just be 8 people. So that makes things a lot easier and a lot more fun, I would say.
Yeah. So similar to science fair, see if you expand these different categories, you'll see the same structure for different workshops. So let's say I was trying to join an entrepreneurship workshop. would just click on the entrepreneurship general voice, and there you go, I'm in. So it's that simple. You just have to click on different things if you want to access them. And it's clearly outlined by the name. The categories are separated, and you just join whatever respective voice channel you need to join, right? So again, we have science fair, entrepreneurship, computer science, speech, and math, and they all have their separate things. And when you're joining a meeting, you just click on the general voice, and you're in. It's that simple. So what we ask is that you guys avoid spamming. I feel like that just goes without saying, because this is sort of a community where we just want to promote learning, and everybody's, you know, helping each other. And I feel like that's kind of being diminished if you're spamming and you're putting unnecessary stuff in there. I've already said earlier, if you're putting inappropriate stuff, we're going to take immediate action, and we already have bots in there that will remove that stuff automatically. If you have a lot of energy, which I understand a lot of you guys did, I definitely did when I was, you know, a little bit younger, we have a dedicated spam channel. Again, stuff in there still has to be appropriate. You know, we don't have any intolerance for inappropriate stuff. Once you get into the server, if you have any help, there's a Discord help channel, which has a lot of different useful resources in case you might need any help, and you can also type in there. And yeah, that's kind of the information for how to use Discord. So one thing is, once you guys click on this link that we've sent, you've already kind of signed in, you've made an account, and you've signed into the server. You don't need to click that link again. All you have to do, if you want to navigate to this server again, is you just have to go discord.com, or you can open up your app, which you can just open by searching within your, you know, whatever directory. If it's on Windows, you know, you guys know how to open apps, and you just press open Discord, and there you go. It might ask you to log in again, but you guys should remember your username and password. And see, I can just click on the little Teach to Learn icon right here, and I'm in the server. So it's that simple, and you guys will be able to figure it out. But if you have any questions, we'll be here afterward. Can we use it on iPad? Yes, you can. There's a Discord app for your iPhones and iPads and all mobile devices, which you can do the same on. And yeah, on Android too. We'll send you information about that. I feel like you should be able to use the same link. That should be, yeah, you can look up the app in the store. But yeah, this server is always going to be here. You just need to log into Discord to access it, whether it be on your browser or in the app. And yeah, so the goal, like Alex said, the goal by the end of this thing is that everybody logs onto Discord, and pretty much, yeah. So we can kind of move on from there. I'll stop sharing.
You should, I think you can also mute channels such as the spam chats if you don't want to see notifications constantly.
I can show them how to do that. Let me share again. That's a good point. So
yeah, also muting categories that they don't care about, like if it's a different workshop.
Right. So okay, let's say, okay, let's say I want to mute a certain chat. I don't care about spam, so I'm going to mute that for now. Okay. So the way to do that is you right click on the channel, and you press mute channel, or you hover over the mute channel tab, and you press until I turn it back on. So it's kind of intuitive. Different options, you can just right click on whatever you're looking for the options for. So for general spam, I right click general spam, notification settings, or I'm sorry, unmute and mute channel, and until I turn it back on. So now it's going to be muted, and you don't have to get the useless notifications from spam. Like Emily was saying, if you're not signed up for Science Fair, for example, you can mute that. So you right click that, mute category until I turn it back on. And there you go. Science Fair is now muted. If you're not part of Science Fair, you don't have to worry about those notifications ever. But if you are part of Science Fair or whatever workshop, we suggest that you don't mute it. So you get the notifications that you need to, because a lot of our times our mentors will send out important notifications on there, whether it be to start a meeting or whatever it is. So yeah,
And in order to get notifications, we suggest that you get the app, like either like the desktop app is the best, because if it's on the browser, you might not get the notifications when you want them. So just keep that in mind.
Yeah, and if Discord is not working for you, you have any questions, just wait in 5-10 minutes. We will be getting to you and helping you figure it out.
Those who already know about Discord, bear with us. We just want to make sure everyone knows what's going on.
Yeah.
Okay. Next slides. All right. So here are some rules and expectations. Okay. The biggest thing is we want you guys to ask as many questions as you can think of, but please be courteous to all of our mentors and the other students in the channel. I think it goes without being said, but no profane language and no spamming. Because there's like a lot of people on this group, and if one person starts acting out, it's not even other people. So just be aware of that.
And like just to kind of add on, like I was saying earlier, this is going to be like a really chill environment. We're going to promote, we're just here to inspire you. We're promoting learning. We don't want that to get in the way of anybody else. So, we don't want any spam or profane language getting in the way of anybody else's experience. So if we see that, we don't have really any tolerance for that. And, if you're constantly acting up and, just being disrespectful, all of you understand, what is in bounds and what is, out of bounds in a sense. We're going to either contact your parents or just remove you from the summer program. So, yeah.
All right. Another thing is do your best to participate in the activities. If you're going to join the meeting, be a part of the meeting. I know some people might just join it because maybe their parents told them to and just mute themselves the entire time, but most of the meetings will be based on activities where you guys will be required to speak or type stuff. So just kind of be aware that you're not there. We're not just be there just to be there. Be there to actually participate. Another thing is ask any questions you have. If you think of anything, please type it or say it, because there are no bad questions. And finally, have fun, meet other people, because it's not just one school here. There's a lot of different schools, a lot of different communities. I'm sure there's some people from like Virginia or like some other states in there. So just because you'll find that, I mean, maybe not so much right now, but you'll find that later on, maybe in high school, the biggest thing, the most important things you'll find are the connections you have. The more people you meet, the more pathways you have to do what you want. Okay, so some final notes before we go into the help session on like Discord and Sign Up Genius, because we want to make sure at the end that everyone has signed up on the Sign Up Genius, everyone has gone to the Discord. First of all, we are very excited to see you guys at the workshop starting, I think, this Monday, going to when school starts, August 12th for us. One thing is, please follow us on our Instagram and our Facebook at Official Teach to Learn. We want as many followers as we can get, because the more connections we have, the more we can expand the organization and the more people we can help. This is also another really important one. To receive regular updates, please text the code at T2 all summer to the number 81010. This is basically how you join our remind messaging. So what you would do is you would on your phone, create a new message. In the phone number section, where you would usually type a contact name or phone number, just type in 1010. And then in the message box where you would type a message, you would say at T2 all summer. And let me know if you have any questions with that, because that's where I'm going to do a lot of the most regular updates. I'll still send emails, but you might miss some stuff if you're not on the reminder. The link to our website, if you want more information, is weteachtolearn.com. There's a lot more stuff about the different workshops, the different members, I think, and then the calendar, that kind of stuff. And finally, if you have any questions, concerns, issues, please feel free to message me through the Remind or through my email, alexsung6@gmail.com. We've also got a new a business email, I guess, but a new Teach to Learn email, which is official Teach to Learn at gmail.com. So, we still have quite a bit of time left. So the last thing we would like you guys to do before you leave, and actually, yeah, before anyone leaves this meeting, make sure you have Discord set up. Make sure you have Sign Up Genius. And 1 second, I'm going to stop sharing my screen real quick. I'm going to let everyone talk if they need to. So you guys now have the option to unmute yourselves. Let me know if it works. Actually, it's really hard to tell if it works, but yeah. So if you have any questions in terms of how to join the Discord and how the Sign Up Genius works, please feel free to put it in the chat or speak out. So I guess, yeah, if you have already completed the Sign Up Genius and you've already gone to Discord, there's no need. I think that's pretty much the end of the meeting. But if you have not done either of those things, please stay on and it will help you guys. Ashton, any questions? I think you're muted, Ashton. I don't know.
Am I muted?
You're good. You're good.
Okay.
Anything else you would
Yeah.
like to say?
So, so we're just gonna assume everybody who's still on the call from this point on either has a question or has trouble logging onto the Discord. And so we would appreciate if you could type your question or concern using Discord in the chat so we can help you work through it.
And as soon as you guys sign up with the Sign Up Genius and join the Discord, you're all set. And we will see you guys at the workshop.
Alex, you don't have to record anymore.
Okay, right. I'm not sure how to start.
Yeah, thank you guys for coming to the meeting orientation. We're excited to